Today we got Matt Houston, strength and conditioning coach for Miami Heat. I already know
Yes, sir.
everything going well with you. Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you. So you grew up in California. You played
Yep.
football first at Washington, right?
Yep. University of Washington. From Goleta, California. Played football at the University of Washington. Linebacker at the University of Washington.
That's not the original position you played though.
No,
Back in
man, when
high
I
school.
first, yeah, man, I played running back and strong safety, like a rover type of position, and then transitioned to linebacker, man, and then played there. We won the Holiday Bowl my last season, and then got into strength and conditioning right after.
The injury you dealt with that got your interest in everything, wasn't it like you got like a nerve injury, right?
Yeah, they call them stingers. They call them stingers. So I had some nerve damage, and I also had a partial torn pec too as well.
Okay.
So, and during these times, man, that's what got me interested in the body, and got me interested in strength and conditioning, and also during that process, my strength coach Ivan Lewis at the time, he's now the head strength coach for the Seahawks. That with his guidance and with my injuries, that's what kind of led me, like I said, in the strength and conditioning direction.
What was it with the nerves? Were you like paralyzed
Yeah,
almost, or
man.
like
So,
how what was it?
so what happens? So when you get stretched out, say if I make, so back then, what they would do is they would teach you head in front. They teach a little different tackling method now with all the, how the, how the concussions and all that. But they would teach you head in front or face to face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah.
some of my hits, I was putting my head in front, and boom, and that was what was causing the nerve issues, the
Okay.
contact and with me being opened up. So that's what caused a lot of in those nerve problems. And then with my pec, and I was a lot bigger and stronger than we had the 120s on the incline. That
Oh yeah,
eighth,
that's
ninth, like on the 10th rep, it just went, and it is what it is, and it went, man, and it sounded like paper shredding, and couldn't do any type of pressing for the next 2 years because I didn't get surgery.
Mhm.
During that process, I had to work around it. I was with our training staff a lot, and even then, a lot of the recovery process got my mind spinning too.
Mhm.
I'm with the trainers every day, going through that, working around my injury without getting surgery,
Mhm.
and that opens your mind up a lot too, and broadening in my horizons with that. So
Yeah, and then
that was
got really involved. And that's why you like as good as you are, a lot of people work closely with you for a reason. You're really educated on what you do. I was curious on like the training program that you have. So like you work with the Heat currently. I know
yeah.
you worked in China. We'll get to that in a minute. So especially during like the playoffs or in season, what's like a day-to-day strength and conditioning for like the Heat players? I know y'all come in every day, y'all work.
Yeah, yeah. So we're a little different than most teams, and most teams might have guys lift anywhere between probably 1 to 2 times a week. Our guys are coming in every day
Mm,
and based off specific needs. So some guys may come in and do, their strength stuff in the morning and then a quick activation before the game. Or our development guys may get a full lift in the morning or a full lift before the game. It just depends on the timing and what they got there in their shooting times.
mhm.
But we have a lot of different things going on daily when it comes to our strength and conditioning, our program, and how they're set up. But we have guys cycling in daily. But how we approach it, you know, is we're gonna lift weights so our guys last.
Yeah,
And when you're
exactly.
tracking stuff or when you're, people talk about sports science and all that, but we push that in that envelope to to see, okay, we train this way, so it translates onto the court.
Mhm.
You got to be able to
Sure.
last. When it's that fourth quarter and that overtime and these extra periods come into play, you got to be able to last. And being strong and being capable of getting through this stuff, this is what this is what helps with injury prevention.
Mhm.
If your body isn't strong enough and durable enough, you're not gonna last.
Is there like points like with the resting points with the like rigorous training you guys have? You guys are
Well, you
like top five in the league with that. But
well you
yeah,
have
how do
to
y'all balance that? I always
you
wonder.
you have to recover twice as hard as you train.
Okay.
Our guys usually are in the training room before they come to us. You know what I
Okay.
mean? They
Yeah.
always make pit stops in and out of the training room. And it's just maintenance. It's not even that they're injured, but it's
Mhm.
just maintenance, just making sure, their feet are getting worked on, they're getting stretched out, hips, glutes, shoulders, all that and T-spine work. Even though we touch all these things in the weight room too. I
Mhm.
think Coach Eric Ferran, our head strength coach, He does a great job. You know, he calls it brushing your teeth. So like our guys warm up is like brushing your teeth every day. We're doing this stuff every day. And Eric, my guy E, shout out to him. He's doing a great job with just his philosophy and what we've had going in Miami. And then before him, his pop Bill Ferran in the GOAT. They've done a great job over the years of setting the foundation and getting this thing going for us here at the E.
For sure. And they've been killing it. And
they're killing it,
yeah,
dog.
they killing it, man. They going crazy.
Going in, man. So I'm thankful. I'm so blessed to be a part of something great, man. And we're gonna keep this thing rocking.
The first player you connected with was Gabe Vincent, right?
Well, Gabe went to college where I went to high school.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, the same town where I went to junior high and high school. So I was from Goleta, California. I'm from Goleta, California, back and forth there in Pomona, California. But Gabe went to college out there. And it's funny because a lot of the people that he was tied in with back home are my people. Okay. And I didn't meet Gabe till last summer. So it's wild, man, because we have so many ties and you know what I mean? But then when we meet each other, he's like my little brother. Like we like brothers, man. And it's been smooth. Gabe, I'm so happy for him, man.
Yeah, he's
earned everything. Yeah. Hey, earned everything. Nothing given to him. His whole story is crazy, and he's gonna keep shining, man, because he puts in the work, puts in the time, and the sky's the limit.
And he Nigerian, man. We got to stick
together. Nigerian, you know what I'm saying?
What were the guys like focus like in the series? Because you were there like every single day. What was the guys' focus like during the series, even when stuff got hard? How are they like pushing through and still making efforts? Y'all made like a crazy run getting all the way to the finals. But like, what was like the day-to-day mindset for you guys?
We're gonna outlast people, work hard, and who cares about what people think about us? That's just our attitude. Hard nose, we're gonna get it done regardless. You know what I mean? And who cares what anybody thinks? We're gonna show you. Sorry. And that's just how we get down. And that's in all aspects, whether it's on the court, in the weight room, and that's just who we are, man. And nothing's cheated. Everything's earned, and we're just gonna show you. That's really how our team is built. Like that's really how we think.
That's the culture. That's really is the culture. Everybody like from your team is like an underdog at some capacity. Max Strauss when he was there. Caleb, he's from here. He's from North Carolina. Gabe, so like it's all that's why everybody likes the Heat. It's like it's an underdog every time. You think about it.
Max, Gabe, Duncan, UD, H,
see
all of my guys. Like man, like just even our young guys. Orlando Robinson, Kane. We got some dogs coming up. Jamari Bouye. Yeah, Drew, we got some dogs coming up that people gonna find out. And all we're doing is working one day at a time, and that's all E and our strength staff stresses, and even up top with Coach Postra and Coach Riley. We're gonna work and we're just gonna show you that.
Working closely with Tyler Herro, right? Like most of the summer. How's it been for him? Like the day-to-day work with him, his mindset going in. What's kind of like some stuff you target?
Tyler's a worker, man. He's doing a great job, man. He's always locked in. He's another guy, like he's a first-round guy. He's a guy, with a high profile, but he works like he's undrafted. And I'm telling you, I think Tyler will be an all-star eventually, whether it's this next season or moving forward. He puts in the time, and people don't see how much he puts into it. And I know he got hurt, and people kind of forgot about my guy a little bit. Like they're acting like they forgot about what he's done. But Tyler's a worker, man. And I mean, anyone who knows him, and besides that, he's just a worker. He's a great guy, man. Great dude. He shows little kids love. You should have seen his camp in the last couple of days, man. He loves kids, goes back to his community, and he's just a solid human, man. And works his tail off though. His attention to detail. You can get on him a little bit, and he doesn't. He just works, and he appreciates getting better. Most guys don't want to get coached. Not that I'm not in our system, but I know guys that aren't in our system, and guys don't want to, especially at this level. Some guys are cool with just doing their own thing that makes them who they are, because everyone's special, as you know. Mm-hmm. These guys are all special, man, in their own way. But Tyler wants to keep getting better, and he's okay with getting coached, and that's why his future's bright. I give him the program. I show him in the layout, show him why we're doing, and explain to him why we're doing things, what we're emphasizing on that day, and he goes after it and gets to the money.
Sure.
And I always say, get straight to the money. Get to the money, dog. Get straight to it. And that's what he does, man. So, man, big year coming from my guy T Herro.
Worked in China for a little bit. I want to touch on that. I don't remember that. So I had a question that would be kind of like diverse for you. So the tech like that's going into training now, like
Okay.
what's like the comparison between like the NBA and the leagues you worked in China?
You know what's
Always was curious about that.
what's crazy is the mentality that we had in China with Guangdong is the same mentality that we have here with the Heat. Like we're like and like that's why it was a smooth transition for me because in China our head coach Du Feng, that's my brother. Shout out to him. He was the national team coach when I was out in China too.
Mm-hmm.
And he hired me in 2017. But I also worked for his club 2019-20 season and the 2020 to 21 season. Worked for him, the Guangdong Southern Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
We were 3-time back-to-back champions, but I won, and I was with the team for 2 of the championships. But same kind of mentality. Our guys are going to lift every day or be in the weight room or training room every day. Our young guys definitely in the weight room, pre and after games. So the same mindset of working and outlasting people, it was real similar. Now the other teams in China weren't like that. They still lifted hard, but it wasn't correlated with Miami how Guangdong was.
Yeah,
like similarities,
Mm-hmm.
So like we had role players, like Coach Du Feng, he prided himself on our role players. They had to be strong and defend and guard the imports and be physical enough to stick with the imports, And then we had our Americans, Marshawn and Sonny, that would, like I say, get to the money. You give Marshawn that ball, it's going in the hoop. Sonny's running and running in transition. It was special out there, man. It was something else.
Dang, that's tough. Yeah, going there and then that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff.
I went from
That's
Guangdong
crazy.
to our G League to the Sky Force, where we just made Final Four to the NBA Finals. Like I've been blessed, man.
So you working with Jimmy? You in there with Jimmy and
I
Bam?
don't work with Jimmy. Nah.
Okay.
Jimmy has his own guy.
Okay.
Kyle has his own guy. Bam works with us.
Okay.
That's my guy. B.
Yeah,
B, that's
NC
my dog.
got to, yeah, NC.
That's my dog. That's my dog. Another good brother, man. Everyone knows how special Bam is. That's self-explanatory. Bam don't need none of us. Bam doesn't even need us. You know what I mean? To be real, man, he's gonna be an all-star with or without us. But it's just it's a blessing to have someone like B that wants to be with us. Because he could have whatever he wants, but he comes in the weight room and does his thing. Same with OG. Yeah. OG still lives. OG comes and does everything. So let's kill that narrative. OG does everything. You know what I'm saying? Let's kill all that narrative that no. OG works still. Shout out to him too, man. And like we know, amazing career. Got to show my dog love. Let's make that a known thing though. He's out there grinding, so I had to make that clear. You know what I mean? But like I said, so I keep it going.
Final off here, the future of tech, NBA strength and conditioning stuff. I'm sure you know some stuff. How do you think that stuff's gonna move forward in the future? Do you see more like low management rest, or do you think some teams, you guys, are gonna take you guys' route of working every day and pushing players to compete more?
And that all depends on their head guy, man. I mean,
that's true. That is true as well. Yeah,
they can go low management all you want.
Y'all not changing, but I know y'all not gonna change.
No.
Yeah, y'all not changing.
You already know. You already know. We're not changing for anybody. But if you're going to be tracking things, you need to work and you need to track that because that's what helps performance. Track your work, and then that will tell you if guys are overworking or not. But if you don't work, how can you tell if guys are getting better or not, or degressing, or you have to put in that work to be able to see.
Exactly.
That's when you can track it. You can't track if guys aren't working. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm the sharpest tool in the shed, man, but all I know is work, and what E for Rand and Miami Strength and Conditioning, we stand for work, and that's what we believe in. We might not be right, but that's what we believe in. Coach Ferran, Hunter Glasscock, and Matt Houston of Miami Strength and Conditioning, that's what we believe in.
Nah,
all
some
day.
the real stuff. There's even on the rest days, there's always something you can do in the weight room. I think when they assume that you can come in, like some days you don't have to be lifting heavy weights every single day, but you can still go in there and put some work in. So,
Soft tissue work,
there's always something you can do. That's
mobility, some immobilization. There's a
stretching. There's
lot of stuff.
something. There's something you
There's
can
a
do.
lot of things you can do. There's different feet and there's different foot exercises, which you obviously you should be working on your feet every day because that controls everything is your feet. But there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff that you can do on your days off, during your downtime. It's always ways to get better, man.